Hi FlossTube friends. Today is a Ponytail Sunday. It's April 29th, 2018, and it's a crazy day. I've got a lot to get done, and I thought I should stop by and give you my April update before the craziness of Stitch Mania starts on Tuesday. Before we get into the stitchy stuff, I wanted to just give you a quick life update. It's been a whirlwind the past couple of weeks. My middle child had her Bachelor of Fine Arts show on Friday, a week ago Friday, and I catered that for her. It was a lovely presentation that she gave, and I will try to insert some photos of her at the end of this video. So we made it through that. I had taken Thursday and Friday off work so that I could prepare for that, but I did sneak in a little bit of stitching time there too. And then yesterday she had her graduation ceremony. It was a lovely ceremony. I'm so proud of her. And I will also insert some photos from that at the end of the video. Then last evening, a couple that are friends of ours, a lovely couple, they travel all over and had recently been to Nashville and met this young man who is originally from Del Rio, Texas. And this is not the first time that they have invited young upcoming artists to their home, but they had him come here and invited a bunch of friends and family over to have a backyard festival, and it was a blast. And I will insert a photo of the young man at the end of the video again. His name is William Beckman, and he has some wonderful talent. He is a songwriter and singer, and I think he has a couple of YouTube videos, so if you want to check him out, again, it's William Beckman. That's Beckman with 2 N's at the end. So check him out and show him some love and support. And I just appreciate friends and family, and that includes you guys. But anyway, on to my stitching for the month of April. I did have 1 FFO and a few finishes, and I hope that I have pulled everything together. I'm once again flying by the seat of my pants, and I will probably forget a lot of stuff, but it's been a busy month. So my FFO, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen this, and it is called Eggs, Basket of Eggs by Shakespeare's Peddler. And this is my finish. I followed the tutorial that Teresa had on her YouTube channel, Kitten Stitcher. And I just switched it up a little bit. I put some, what is that, Spanish moss on the top and put a little egg in there. And I just watched her most recent video where she shows that the second in the series is coming out this next week, called Liberty. And I'll be stitching that. That was a fun little finish. Thank you, Teresa, for giving us that idea. I love it. My next finish was one from Stitch Mania 2017 called Thread Keeper by Little House Needleworks. And I had hoped to have this as an FFO, but, well, didn't have time for that. It is, let me unclip this, tried to keep them all together. Stitched on 28 count even weave using the call for threads, 2/2. And again, that's Thread Keeper by Little House Needlework. Happy to have that 2017 Maynia finish done. Then my third finish, if I can, I should have taken all these out of the packages beforehand, is also from a 2017 Maynia piece. It is called Tombstone Angel Pin Keep Drum and Strawberry by Stacy Nash. And it is stitched on 35 count Century Rook, and I think that is by R&R. And here's that finish. And it's, I used Gentle Art Soot, I think. And I am going to finish it like this, and I have the fabric for the strawberry as well. Next finish is another one in my Christmas ornament series. This one is by the Prairie Schooler, one of their little cards. And here is my finish of that one. And I can't remember what I'm stitching this on. It is some kind of linen, and I'm using the Call for DMC. I think this is a 32 count. And last but not least, and I didn't pull out the photo because you guys have seen this, it is Grandpa's Truck by Little House Needleworks, the Farmhouse Christmas series, and there's my finish. And I'm trying to think, I'm not sure that I switched anything up on this one. Maybe I used the DMC rayon for the tires on the truck to kind of make them look shiny like tires. I was hoping, and maybe it is, I didn't check today, that the next one in the series would be out. I've seen it, but I can't remember what it's called. Okay, that is it for my finishes. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finishes and an FFO. I don't know, maybe it was 4. My brain is not working today. So what else did I work on? I pulled out Jenny Bean Halloween Sampler. I just love this piece. What can I say? I love the colors. I love the fabric that I selected. And of course, I don't remember what count it is. Maybe I wrote it on here. No, I didn't. Anyway, the last time you saw it, I had just finished the house and almost all of the letters. So this time I completed the willow tree, the tombstones, the X, the Y, and the Z. So over on this side is what I finished. And then I started doing the border around the words. And this is on fabric that I used the walnut hulls to stain it, but I'm loving it, still loving it. However, with Maynia coming along, probably won't see any love for a good month or so. The only other thing that I worked on this month was, gosh, this is like a Shakespeare Peddler tribute. Mercy Goodhart's Sampler by Shakespeare's Peddler. And this was also a Maynia, was it a Maynia start? No, it wasn't. But the last time you saw it, I had been working on this kind of keyhole, oh my goodness, this keyhole border right here. And when I pulled it back out, why didn't you guys tell me? I was like way off on that. And so I had decided that I was not gonna like take stitches out ever again, but I did. I couldn't leave it because I had done like maybe 2 or 3 inches properly, and then I had added some spaces that didn't need to be added the rest of the way. I'm like, no, there's just no way I can make that work. So I pulled out what I needed to pull out, and then I got busy, and I've got a lot of hanging threads here. But I went ahead and completed that keyhole border all the way across. I started filling in some white over here and decided, you know what, that's just, it's too crazy trying to do the white and leave the spaces for the numbers and letters. So I went ahead and finished the numbers thread length there, and then I started over here with the letters. So I'm happy with that progress. I'm stitching this with NPI silks called for, and the fabric is, let's see if I have that written down here anywhere. Probably not. That would be me being organized, which I feel totally unorganized these days with everything going on. It's a 40 count, I'm sure. I don't know. If you guys really want to know, I can look it up. I have it written down. I just didn't get that information out for today. Like I said, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. That's it for what I've been working on. But I do have a couple of things. I wanted to make a clarification on one of my Stitch Maynia pieces. I called it Homespun Samplery. The unfinished sampler that I'm going to be stitching on, it's Homespun Elegance. I knew this because I have many of her patterns, and my brain and my mouth weren't working together that day. But I wanted to pull this out. This is called The Sun Shines with Love on a Happy Home by Homespun Elegance. And I'm pulling this out because I bought this years ago for $4 somewhere. But I saw that she has re-released this pattern. And after she re-released this pattern, I think she has released another one of her older patterns. So she has, I believe, an Etsy shop. She has a blog. She also has an Etsy shop, Homespun Elegance. And just some beautiful samplers that are timeless. And someday I will stitch this. Okay, that moves us on into acquisitions. And I did finally receive a couple of things that I had been waiting for a month or so. And before I show those, I will pull out the things that were recent. Of course, you've probably all seen these already. They are from Victorian Motto Sampler Shop, and this is April's Prim selection. I really need to start using more of these, but as I talked in my Maynia video, I'm horrible at choosing my own colors. However, what I want to do is catalog these, because when there is a DMC equivalent, she writes that on here. So I need to catalog these so that I can easily look up to see if the pattern calls for DMC, to see if I have an equivalent and start using more of these. And maybe start being braver with my conversions. I also received these shortly after I did my video, and I saw these and I could not live without. Mad for Minders. I had ordered this one, which I've always loved this painting. And then I saw the bunny and I couldn't live without him. And she sent me the little unicorn for free, and that was so nice. They are very well made. Can't wait to put them on a project. So thank you for those, Mad for Minders. All right, let's see. This is one that I had been waiting on for a while, and I'm still waiting on part of it. It's called Crown and Thistle. It's by Dames of the Needle. And the photo is very difficult to see, and I'm making it even more difficult because I left it in the plastic. I will probably choose a darker fabric, but it's the beehive that I wanted. And that is going to go into my secret Maynia piece. I also received from, who did I get this from? Stitches and Things. And I had ordered this right during Nashville market, and one of the items that I ordered was sold out, and she was just holding on to the order until that came in, and then after a while it was she was just decided to go ahead and send what the other things were, and send along the out of stock item when it does arrive. So first of all, I got this, and I'm like, I didn't order that. And I hadn't realized when I did order it that it's the Classic Colorworks new colors, and it came with a free chart. So these are the 3 new colors that Classic Colorworks came out with this market. Beautiful autumn colors. So I have those. And then the Weeks Dye Works new colors. 4 new colors. Also beautiful. And the Gentle Arts 4 new colors. I love touching them. Some people like to smell them. They do smell nice. I like to touch them. And then along with that order, of course, we have Deck the Halls Blackbird Designs. And had this come in time for Maynia planning. Many of these would have been in my Maynia lineup, but I'll save that for later in the year. As well as Heartstring Samplery, Festive Little Fob Stitching Edition. Love these. And they would have gone into Maynia as well, but that will give me something for later in the year. Then from Sassy Jacks, I have been looking for this pattern for a while and finally found it on Sassy Jacks. It's by Plum Street Samplers. I don't know where I was in my life when they were coming out with the cereal bowl collection. I don't know, but I missed it. This one is called, this is the lesson 3. And does it have, I don't think it really has a name apart from lesson 3. But again, it has bees, so I needed that. That hopefully will also be incorporated into my Maynia plans. And then this, and I can't really show you, let me see if I can, I can't really show you anything finished on this because it just has the patterns. But it's called Illustrated ABC. And a few of the alphabets are illustrated with cross stitch. And they're relatively small. I purchased this more out of curiosity than anything, but it has some nice illustrations that I may, I don't know, I may do it as one big piece or just a lot of small pieces. So look for that next year sometime maybe. Okay, I didn't purposefully go to Hobby Lobby during their clearance of cross-stitch kits because really, do I need anything else? And I'm not a huge, I like it when I buy something like this that's kitted up. I'm not a fan of like the gold collection kits or those types of kits, for the simple fact that while I stitch on Aida, and there are some things I like stitching on Aida, but frequently the kits that you buy at places like Hobby Lobby or Joann's are all kitted with Aida. And I like having the threads kitted up, but I would prefer to put it on a linen on most things that are kitted. That's not making any sense, but anyway, I went to Hobby Lobby to pick something else up, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to look through and see what they have left. And I was so excited. I only got one thing, but you know what, I love what I got and I'm happy with it. Honeybee. Is that just loveliness or what? I may stitch this twice. I may stitch it with the kitted Aida, and I'm most likely going to stitch it on my day 31 project for May. And there are the threads and the fabric. And I'm going to say it's by Thea Governor, but I know that's not how you pronounce it. But I was so excited to find that at such a good price. Then Beth Twist came out with her next Festive Little Fobs, the Beekeeping Edition. I ordered it directly from her. She shipped it out, I swear, like that night or the very next day. So that, something from that may also sneak into Maynia. And I know, I mean, most of that stuff had been ordered prior to my last video, or my update video last month. This I received from Beach Cottage Stitchers, And I was waiting on it, and finally she messaged me saying, I'm so sorry, our website was having problems, like things not showing up, like orders not showing up. Another one that I have admired for a long time came in, Honeybee Sampling by Little House Needleworks. But she was so kind. She was so apologetic that it had taken so long. But you know what? I mean, technology, you never know when it's going to work and when it's not going to work. So thank you so much for letting me know. And then I also received these. And they are the Stitch Dots Blackbird Designs, the Sampler House collection. Excited to have those on my projects. And last but not least, I think Farm Girl Stitcher showed this on her Instagram, and I'm like, where's mine? I've been waiting. This is through Country Sampler in Spring Green, Wisconsin, and I joined their Farmhouse Sampler Club. What is it called? Farmhouse Samplers by Beth Twist. She kind of gave us a little sneak peek of it on her FlossTube video, and it's called Philip Foster Farmhouse. Beautiful. And she included a little write-up about this farmhouse. It's so interesting. And of course it came with the fabric and the floss. These are the kind of kits that I really like to get because there's just, you don't have to think, you just stitch. But it comes with 11 different flosses, and I'm never going to be able to show you this, all of them at once, so that you can see them all at once on here. But they're just beautiful colors. So 11 full skeins, and then just a little bit of something that we need. I think it's pecan something. But again, and I think they still have room in the club. It's called Farmhouse Sampler Club. Country Sampler, Spring Green, Wisconsin. So you can just look them up online, give them a call. So thank you, Country Sampler and Beth Twist, for this beautiful design. Can't wait to stitch that. Oh, and finally, okay, or I should say lastly, I had a few comments or questions about where I purchased my magnets for the needle minders that I put together. And I purchased them online. I have bought exclusively from this company. I've never had any problem. They're called CMS magnets, or magnetics, I think is what it's called. I think they also sell on eBay, but I just buy directly from their website. And I purchased the round ones that I purchased, and they come 10 per pack. And the number for them is N45. I'm sorry, the item number ND0340-45N. And I buy the 1/2 inch by 1/16 inch. And I just purchase them in bulk, usually 100 at a time. And they are fairly quick to ship, a pleasure to work with, and they have every size and shape of magnet that you could ever imagine. And of course, I mean, they're very strong. At some point in the next week or so, week or two, sometime next month, I'm going to do how does she do it video and answer some of the questions I have had about putting the needle minders together, as well as using counting pins and maybe a couple of other things. It's going to be a crazy May without Maynia because my daughter is packing up some of her household items and bringing them here, packing up the rest and making her way to Maine. And so I'll be helping with that. School will be finishing up on the 22nd of May. And then, of course, the craziness of Stitch Mania. There may be some days I only get 5 or 10 stitches in, but I'm going to do it because that's what keeps me sane. And I have a couple more videos planned apart from the Maynia videos. So stick with me, please. If I don't get around to answering all of your questions, oh, sorry for shaking, on YouTube, I will try to answer them during those videos. So just hang in there with me. And oh, what I hope to do too is I've had some questions about my spring setup here. So I'm hoping that I can take either a video or just some photos and put them at the beginning of this video, which you will have already seen if that happens. But until the first update in Maynia, that's it for now. Now I need to get this put away and do the million other things I have planned for this Sunday. I hope you all are well. I hope you get some great stitching time. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.